If you didn't know who Mizkif is, well, today you're going to find out, because he is one of Twitch's top dogs, top streamers, who, by the way, also stands by Dan Clancy and thinks he's the best CEO ever. Go figure. But Mizkif had some controversy a little while back, where he had a big streamer house, and the guy's primarily known for covering up his friend's SA that occurred. Not going to go over all that again because that's in the past. There's a lot of YouTube videos that cover this subject. This is the same girl that was recently assaulted at TwitchCon.
I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
Whoever those friends are that refuse to do a smear campaign and lie about you, those are your friends, just FYI, okay? Those are the people that you want to stick by, is when somebody goes to somebody else and say, hey, would you want to spread misinformation about somebody because of X, Y, and Z? And they say no. Those are the people you want in your corner.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him.
Oh, he definitely is listening.
Information made its way back to me, and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet. Okay. Our walls, again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom.
I have seen this on his streams before. There's a lot of holes in his wall. Tons of holes.
Where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us. And this wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
Yeah, that's not manipulative at all. That's not psychotic behavior. Don't you just love it when people, and by the way, there is a video, I'm not going to include it in this because just I don't want YouTube to remove this video. There's a video of Mizkif actually saying to his friend that another friend, completely separate of this, they got into a fight, and I remember that because there's a video of it, of Mizkif screaming at his friend saying that you make me want to, take my life, like blaming him. And so this is a completely 100% a thing that I believe her. Simply based upon that previous interaction, that there was video of him screaming at his friend saying that he wants to take his own life, that he wants to harm himself because of somebody else, which is just, I think, one of the such a gaslighty, manipulative, abusive thing to do, is to try to use harming yourself in any capacity against somebody else for any reason. I don't care the context of any situation, but if you threaten to harm yourself or other people when you don't get what you want, that is abuse, plain and simple. It's indefensible. It just is. That's where I draw a line in the sand, that you determine how people perceive you when you do that.
Other things would happen, like I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault that he felt insecure. There was a time that
I mean, with the other stuff I'm going to show in this video, it's very clear that Mizkif is one of the most insecure men that there possibly is. And he's a multi-millionaire. That's the crazy thing is, why are some of these multi-millionaires so insecure? I don't understand it.
I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and mine was doing better. So basically, I felt like I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and like prove my value to not be thrown away. But at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was gonna be punished for it.
Watch and listen to this very carefully. The guy on the right or left is Mizkif, okay? And this is at a public event. This is all you need to know about this manlet. This insecure, abusive, horrible, disgusting, vile piece of shit that Mizkif is. Just listen to this. I want you to listen to this, okay? This is so... I love seeing this stuff live. This is one of the things I do love about live people who like live stream their whole life and stuff, is you get to see bad people in real time. They just expose themselves naturally, right? Like, it's unavoidable. Like, if you're a bad person on the internet, it will be exposed at some point. You cannot... I mean, this guy tried to hide an essay. Do you really think he's going to eventually hide his terrible behavior behind the scenes? No.
Dude, you know one of my favorite collabs was Emeru, bro.
Oh my god, Emeru was so cool.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Dude, everyone was like so cool.
Emeru, bro, I didn't think Emeru was gonna tap in with us. That's the thing. Because we were with Cinna and Bonnie, but it's just the thing that Emeru, when she popped
So
up, I was
cool.
like, dude, Emeru was like
Like,
Look at that eye roll.
Everyone's been so cool so far, except for like...
I feel like there has to be like a cancer. Like, there has to be like a reason people like, you know what I'm saying? It's always gotta be that one thing. But definitely, like, Emeru was definitely probably one of the best.
You think that phases me at all?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? That like none of this like I don't even understand. Bro, you can't hurt me. There's nothing you can do.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm not talking about
We
anything.
collabed with Cinna, Bonnie, and Emeru the other day.
That's great, that's fine. Enjoy yourselves, brothers.
Whoa, bro,
Are you okay?
Are you good?
Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. I just gotta go to the bathroom. Like, give me a minute.
Dude,
no, I'm fine.
it's okay.
I know it's okay.
Dude, wait, what's wrong?
Are we in therapy or something, bro?
Yeah,
This
what
is
did I
fine.
say?
You said nothing. You said you did a collab. That's cool.
Yeah,
It's fine. I have no problem with that.
Oh, you clearly have a problem, man. It's showing right now.
And then all of a sudden you wanted to use Emeru to become bigger, and you couldn't. So then she broke up with
and
you.
everyone's been like having way more fun and doing way more cooler things.
What even are you spinning?
Dude, Emeru used to always be in her room. Now she's like going IRL and having fun and doing a lot of cooler stuff
It's
now.
good thing she disconnected from you because
Thank the Lord.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? So one of the things is Emmy. I'm just gonna call her Emmy. She disconnected from Mizkif because she used to live in the stream house. He just said that I'm going to disconnect you from the world right now. Ooh, big macho tough words from Mizkif. What are you going to do? You're in a public event, you little bitch. You're going to threaten to disconnect somebody from the world because they collaborated with somebody and they're happy that a streamer has disconnected from you and they're no longer attached to you because you bring them down and you try to control their stream schedule, and then you get mad and insecure when they perform better than you than views. How old are you? 30 some years old? And this is the way that you're acting in a public space? Holy shit. You need a dose of humble pie shoved, gagged down your throat till where you can't breathe. That's what you need, Mizkif. You need to have your life completely shaken upside down. And I hope to God that her exposing of all this information about you and how much of a disgusting piece of shit that you are does that. After all, you do cover up sexual assault, so it really shouldn't be surprising at this point, moron. But let's continue, right? She's going to disconnect these guys because they think it's good that she disconnected from him, which it is. She's in a much happier place. Her streams, I actually couldn't watch her when Mizkif was... I've watched her for about a year. And when she would collaborate with Mizkif and be in the streamer house, I couldn't stand watching the streams when he was there. I just couldn't. And then as soon as she got away from him, as soon as they disconnected, like her content went in quality and just like being an enjoyable person to watch went up tenfold. So what these two guys, I don't know if these are streamers, I don't know who these people are. What they're saying is true. Her content got better when she disassociated with Mizkif.
Thank the Lord.
You would have brought down the vibes for Emerald, dude.
Yeah. Facts. Wait, Emery was actually having so much more fun. Like, she's IRL, she was grilling, doing all type of stuff.
You're grilling me right now.
I'm sorry. Bro, dude, that's why I'm chopped.
We weren't even dating, dumbass.
Well, of course, bro. Queen Emerald was not dating someone like you.
By the fucking God. Hell no. Fuck no. God no. Jesus no. Hell no, bro. Don't even say that word.
Okay, so I'm not even joking. These DMs are on Discord. This is Mizkif. He was upset because she didn't choose the proper World of Warcraft role. He wanted her to be a tank. And you know what? He made this, the fact that she didn't choose the right role in World of Warcraft, I can't, if you read this exchange, zoom in, pause this, zoom in here, read, this is insane. This man is 30 years old. I am 3 years older than me. And the fact that he says, tank Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate, all the criticism, the you're worse than Emmy. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying that you're better in every chat. The comparison since nobody will be on my side. Let me deal with it. Have your fun. I asked you not to become a tank. And you didn't listen. And now it's the classic quote, what was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. Now I'm going to be compared nonstop because now people are just going to say you're better because I told you this when we first told me that you wanted to play warrior and it's already happening and you just don't care about this stuff. There's no boundaries with you. First things first, whether you were friends, dating, because it came out that they had a private dating relationship at one point. If you have a friend and your friend or partner is successful in what they're doing, okay? And you're not happy that they're successful or more successful than you, then you're not a true friend. And you do not love this person. You do not care for this person. Because if you love someone, if you care for someone, and if you are a true friend, you will be like, oh my gosh, your streams are actually far better quality than mine, or you're getting tens of thousands of more viewers, or you're making more money than me. That's awesome. That's what real friends do. That's what real partners do. That's what real relationships are about, is uplifting people in your life and saying, hey, you know what? You make more money than me. That's awesome. The fact that this manlet is so deeply insecure and he cares so much about other people comparing them as streamers says everything that you need to know about this insecure, vile piece of shit moron. Okay? I've been with women who have made more money than me, and I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible when a woman makes more money, is more successful. I don't feel like that as a threat. In fact, I think it's a great quality to have a woman who's successful at what she does. But no, not this man. Nope, you can't be more successful. I have to control your stream schedule because, if you stream at the same time as me, you take away my viewers.
Saying you're better in every chat. The comparison says nobody will ever be on my side. Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you not to become a tank. You didn't listen. And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. And like I said, you can go find the stream. But for context, I was playing warrior in World of Warcraft in like a level 24 dungeon. It was like Silverpine. Like, it was just like, it wasn't even like, it was like dog shit gameplay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, so, yeah.
I can't. It's just, it's insane. Imagine fighting over World of Warcraft and you're 30 years old!
I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now way, or like having my stream open. Like, he would be obsessively and attentively hate watching my stream, like watching my stream and just saying horrible things almost every time that I've been live this year. And they tell me that he would want to discuss how he believed I still wanted him. Interesting, considering I never replied. and he would ask other guys if they thought I had slept with anyone this year.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't fucking know, man. And then they told me he would say stuff like, no, there's no way she's done that. She's not like that. And she's probably waiting for me. Just really fucking gross stuff like that. And a couple of streamers in LA also told me that he was telling people that me and him still talk all the time, but we simply weren't together anymore because I was too mature and I was not ready. I was too immature.
Ah! Sounds like projection!
Yeah,
Projection!
see from the messages I showed. I'm not sure if, like, I mean, people can go back and read them. He was begging me to take him back for the majority of this year, which was 7 or 8 months total. And like I said, some of the messages were even, I believe, ChatGPT. Not that it really matters. It's just...
No! Please don't tell me this fucking idiot used ChatGPT. Dude, this is like becoming a common thing where like men and women will use like ChatGPT to like send like messages to people because they're too stupid and dumb enough to not be able to write and communicate with their own goddamn brain and fingers. So they let ChatGPT write apologies or like love letters or things like, please don't leave me, ChatGPT. How do I make a girl stay with me? Like, in one part of it, it's hilarious that this is becoming a thing. But also, it's like embarrassingly, humiliatingly stupid that these people can't communicate with like their actual words and they have to utilize ChatGPT. I've actually still never used ChatGPT at this point, by the way. That will probably eventually break, but I've taken pride in it so far. I'm not being forced to use it yet, you know?
Right. As of today, it's been about 2 months since he has attempted to contact me directly. I think because about 2 months ago was when he started kind of getting scared that I might have been like, you know, telling people things.
Here's some of the messages. The last 4 months have been the hardest of my life. Whatever people may see on the outside, online or anywhere else, know this. I've been lost without you. I've missed you every single day. I've cried more times than I can count just thinking about your smile, your laugh, the way you would say, merp, merp, or make those little sounds when you were happy. I even had to unfollow you at one point, not because I wanted to forget you, but because seeing you reminded me so painfully of how badly I messed up. I love you, Emmy. I always have, and I know now I've never stopped. I know our time together was far from perfect. My mental health weighed heavily on both of us, and I'm so sorry for what I put you through. You carried more than you ever should have had to, but I'm working on myself now, really working. I've started treatment. I'm on Lexapro. Oh, goodbye, sex drive. I'm on Lexapro and proper Pranolol. I don't know what that is. And for the first time in a long time, I feel clarity. My emotions aren't running wild anymore. I think more clearly. I feel steadier. I'm learning to be the man you've always wanted me to be. You are the love of my life. I've spent every night watching your shows and jorking at every silly conversation about cheddar. Every time I walked into your room as you were about to go live, I cherished it all. You brought color and joy into my life the ways I didn't fully appreciate until I lost you. And I hate that I let fear and pain and pride blind me to how lucky I am. Emmy, if you still have any special place in your heart for me, I would spend the rest of my life making things right. I would spend loving you the way that you've always deserved to be loved. This time fully, I'm leaving for LA, but I could make it work with you even if we start small. It's always been Matt and Emmy, and still could be, if you'll just have me. Matt. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. This does sound pretty ChatGPT, but I don't know if it is. If it is or isn't, doesn't really matter. This is just like, holy... Dude, take the hint. Like, if you're messaging somebody this frequently all the time and they are continuously ignoring you, get the hint and let it go. okay? Accept the fact that women and men ghost each other, and if you don't get a reply after how many messages you send somebody, take the hint, you dumbass. You're not wanted. You're a psychopath. You're deranged. You're an egocentric maniac.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So now he's also somebody who's committed now domestic violence. Wonderful. You're really hitting the bottom of the icing on the cake right now, Mizkif. There's no recovering from this. Your views are going to steady drop. Your Twitch career is going to be finished. At this point, I think you really should just retire from streaming because you're donezo after this. Like, you really are. I mean, it could get potentially worse depending on how he reacts to this.
So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And, instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like.
Okay, so I can't believe I have to say this on a video, but I guess I do. To the men out there, all right? Ideally, if you have somebody who is struggling, this is not even gender related, okay? If you have somebody who's crying and going through a difficult time, trying to initiate sex with somebody during an emotional, vulnerable moment is weird. That's not normal, okay? Like, you're a freak. You're genuinely like a freak in a negative way, not like freaky in a positive way. Like, you're a freak. You're a weirdo. You're a fucking creep at that point. I don't understand when people see somebody who's struggling at that very moment, like sobbing, right? Like, why would you try to initiate having sex with someone? Like, I can't comprehend that. Somebody having a vulnerable moment. I've been with people when they've had vulnerable moments, and the simple thought of me trying to initiate, you know, sex with them is like completely. I can't even think of, like, maybe some people find crying attractive or hot, like when people are certainly emotionally vulnerable. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a thing for some guys or some people, I don't know, but I can't fathom that one. I genuinely don't understand how people can try to take advantage of somebody when they're emotionally vulnerable. Like, when I have been around people who are emotionally vulnerable, I sit with them, I try to talk with them, I try to get them to open up, I offer them tea, food, anything I can do to make them feel a little bit better. But what I don't do is try to initiate sex. Like, holy bro, get a grip. Who do you think you are?
And I also wanted to say that I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for this stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit. It'd be interesting if that happened, and I wouldn't be opposed to people finding out more of the truth and things that I didn't even talk about today.
I mean, I hope for her sake, Mizkif does do that. I mean, it will be a stressful time, but I don't think people understand how much support Imaru is going to get from if he tries to sue her, even for a PR perspective. It's not going to be good because if you do the lawsuit thing, then the whole process of discovery happens, and then things will be determined that are real, truthful or not. I'd like the process of legal discovery is where a lot of things get revealed, right? Discovery process of where people have to give evidence to prove their side of things, and that would just be disastrous for Mizkif because there's so much stuff on this guy and the treatment of people and other streamers and his slamming the doors in his live streams and the holes, tons of holes in his walls. Mizkif is a psychopath, egomaniac. This is somebody who literally can't be happy for other people being more successful than them in any capacity, especially a woman. In the meantime, I would like to suggest, please support this streamer. She's the same girl that got sexually assaulted at TwitchCon, and TwitchCon released an actual statement just, I think it was this morning or yesterday, officially acknowledging how they screwed up. I'm going to make a video on that separately. But yeah, so that's that. She dropped a pretty big stream today, and I'll keep you guys updated with any developments that happen, and I'll be covering it just like I did with this video. I'm pretty anti-Twitch at this point, if you didn't already know. I think a lot of the top 1%ers are terrible, disgusting people, and I believe it's a gigantic circle jerk, and I believe it's all like a mini Hollywood where they're all covering up other people's evilness and scandals and just terrible behavior behind the scenes. And, well, I got nothing to lose because fuck Twitch. I am partnered on there. I just don't stream on there anymore. I don't really stream hardly at all ever anymore because it's just I work a job. I don't have the time to do streaming anymore. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, all my links are linked down below. Expand. And if you're into any video gaming, Battlefield 6, DBD, Dead by Daylight, feel free to join. My Discord is open for the next few hours until it's closed again. So, till next time, deuces.